Um, I know I'm a little behind on the what's it called, the knockout stage, but let's talk about it. World Cup knockouts day two. So first game, Ivory Coast versus Norway. Actually, the African nations we just keep on doing in this World Cup, because first we lost South Africa on day one, and today we lost Ivory Coast. Score was 1-2 with Amad Diallo scoring a banger. I mean a banger. I mean like the guy was coming to cutting to defenders. The angle was like you would think that he can't shoot from that angle, and the guy shot it straight to the back of the net. Amazing goal from Amad Diallo. But Nusa for Norway started and opened up the score line early on in I think the 39th minute, and then also called obviously Amadiallo tied the game back up in the 74th minute, which gave Ivory Coast like hope. You see what I'm saying? Because they were playing a 4-2-3-1, a very interesting formation, but it works. And what ended up happening was like the way that they just couldn't handle the Norway attack. Like within the 9 minutes of the game, somehow, someway, by the grace of God, the ball lands at Haaland's feet. And Haaland, the way he scored the goal, even the guy was shocked himself. He was like, I scored 89 minutes, oh, right before the game ended. And so Ivory Coast went home. That one there, it was sad. But there were ways that they could have circumvented it, especially considering that Norway were basically playing the same formation. Just instead of that, they were doing a 4-2-1-3. But Haaland, the tactical presence he has on the field, the guy is just always there, and he has that type of stamina and speed that he can just chase the ball. Like whenever you're playing against Norway, you don't want the ball to fall to his feet. Even with Man City, when the ball falls to his feet, you feel the fear within you, your soul will be like, the guy has the ball. You need to let me get out of the way. But the guy can just shoot from anywhere. He just goes in. He's a robot. But I'll say they definitely deserved it. I mean, Norway played very well, so the Ivory Coast, and when they tied the game up, they really had a chance. But actually, football is a game of luck sometimes. And it went Norway's way. Second game, France versus Sweden. Charlie, everybody was excited for this game. If you go and ask a Swedish fan, they would have told you that, oh, Alexander Isaac and Victor Gyökeres will do something for us. Even Ayari, sorry, will go and do something for us. Charlie, Ilanga, Victor Gyökeres, Isaac, Ayari, Charlie, they all paled in comparison compared to this France attack. France played a 4-2-1-3. Charlie, you want to know who was starting? That France, the four people in the front, you have Kylian Mbbape as striker. You have Dembele on the wing. You have Barcola on the other wing. Then you have Michael Olise playing calm. Charlie, when I tell you that Sweden did not score a single goal the whole game, you'll be shocked. I mean, they were getting outplayed though. France had more shots. France had more shots on target. They had most of the possession. Like every start was to them. Charlie. And for some reason, Sweden decided to go with a 3-4-3. I don't know why they decided to go with three at the back. Because going with three at the back with France attacking you, you need every centre back you need. Every centre back that can go in the back, put them there. Every defensive player that can play defense, go to the back. Because Chale, the way they like to play wide, you should know that with Bakola and Dembele can go to Sana on the wing and score from anywhere. After the performance he put during the group stage, I feel like they should have known that. But for some reason, they didn't come into the game with the what's it called, the idea that France would go on with the full attack. France are in this to win it too. Considering they swept the whole team 3-0, 3-0, not a single goal. Like I feel like they should have known. The coach didn't tell them, like they didn't play defensively. It was more of a attack versus attack, but like they tried to counter their offense with their own offense, but their offense lacks the ability and the clinical ability that the France attack has. Like They are getting outdone. They can't keep up the pace. They didn't have the ability to keep up. So I believe that they should just play defense. But for some reason they didn't play defense. I don't know why. But starting three at the back was definitely not a good idea. And it's not like the shots that they went to go and take went in, because my gun was, what's it called, saving everything. I mean, the first goalkeeper, people forget he's good. Oh. Hmm. But Dictator Mbbape, the 9.0 rating. Kylian Mbappe, he's scary. Oh. Two goals, and then Barcola, he also got one earlier. But Charlie, you don't want to play with him. He'll steal the game off so quick. Charlie, the pace, he's a pace demon. Oh. It's not fair. But yeah, France are going far. Oh. They'll go far. That front four that they use, Charlie, nobody can handle it. And then the last game of day two of the knockouts. Who was it even? Oh yeah, Mexico versus Ecuador. Charlie, the Ecuadorians, they should have just left the World Cup in the group stage. And I'm saying this from not even to be mean or anything, but like the way they played, they didn't play with the type of, like, they didn't play to win. And it's like like they had players who were playing to win. Moses Caicedo did good. Yaboa did well. But you could tell that the Mexico fans, not only were the Mexico team playing on home turf, they had home turf advantage. The whole audience was in their favor. Like, when I tell you, there were way more Mexicans than there were Ecuadorians. So it was just green everywhere, and like maybe like a little bit of yellow there, a little bit of yellow there. But the Mexicans, they did not come to play, because the way they whacked them, Kionel scored banger from outside the box early on in the game. Then literally like 5 minutes after that, another goal. So the Ecuador was down two by like first half. First half time they were finished. And then from then it was just them trying. And I mean, the the Ecuador goalkeeper, he was just conceding. Oh. I mean, the first two, I was like, okay, that's okay. But from there, it's like the Mexico team were just trying things. Like, the only reason it was not any, the only reason the score didn't go up anymore, because Mexico just wasn't taking it seriously. And Ecuador weren't playing, even though they were trying to attack, they just couldn't, because they were playing a 4-4-2. 4-4-2 there, you're playing heavy midfield and defense. So most of the ball will be played at the back, trying to set up the two strikers at the front. But the problem is, Mexico is not giving them a chance to do that. Because Mexico playing their 4-2-1-3, there's no space. They can't do that. And they can't handle the three Mexican attackers coming at them. So they conceded very early. And then they just proceeded to just fall back a little bit, so that the four plus the two at the back, the CDMs, they came all the way back. So now it's basically like a six back. They're not going anywhere. And so they tried, shot after shot after shot, but nothing went in. Actually, full time, Mexico had not conceded a single goal the whole World Cup. And they are already 4 matches in. Round of 16 is for them. Actually, they've just been sweeping everybody. Everybody just sweep. Like, the attack is solid and the offense is solid. Even the midfield is solid. That it's just impossible for them to concede. And so they are on the attack, and you can't stop them. You need a solid wall to stop them. And unfortunately, Ecuador, even with the 4-4-2, they can't stop them, because the formation is heavy in the midfield. So you think that as the attackers are going in, the midfield will come and support the defense so that they can't get through. But it's like the Mexicans were just flowing through and they will just score. I mean, it was a beautiful game. And then 95th minute, one of the Ecuadorian players he covered his mouth and he said something to one of them. And so he got a red card. But I guess the guy, he gave up by that point in time, because he was like, Charlie, extra time for what? Because he went up the field and was like, Charlie, we are going home anyway, so I might as well just get it out. I don't know why he did that, but alas, he did that. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That was day two of World Cup knockouts. France in, Sweden gone, Ivory Coast gone, Norway in, and Ecuador out, Mexico in.